Go ahead.
All right, sorry and thank you for everyone to be here. This is not our plans. This was the company's push us to this. I'm James Macon, I'm president of the union. Right now, I know the company's putting out there false information, and we did release information to all the press about how they was going to negotiate, and they 3 parts of their hardcore, they lenient, and they compromise. Well, right now in negotiation, they pretty much are stuck on their hardcore lines. So my vice president is gonna make a statement.
My name is Rick Bassler. I'm vice president of ATU Local 998. We sent this statement to the company today.
Excuse me, everyone. I'm not a disrespectful person, and I understand what's going on with the strike,
Dear Dan, the union is notifying MTS that we will be conducting a work stoppage at 3 a.m. Wednesday, July 1st, 2015, for a period of 3 days, 72 hours, of all ATU bargaining unit employees over the use of retirees as part-time operators and the company's surface bargaining. These objected to practices constitute a unilateral change of terms and conditions of employment. We will return to work unconditionally at 3 a.m. on Saturday, July 4th, 2015. Sincerely, President James Macon, ATU Local 998.
So you're saying you're going to go back to work on the 4th?
Yes,
That's correct. This is not a strike, it's a work stoppage.
Also, this is a letter that the company received, or we received from the company. We had no intention of going out on strike. We wanted to sit down and we wanted to talk to them. We actually was willing to go arbitration on all this crap that they said that they was trying to give us. If there was a problem, why they didn't take it to arbitration? We was willing to go arbitration. They refused to.
You said earlier that the county has dragged its feet with negotiations. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, we have met over and over again with the company to try to get something done. They kept putting it off and kept putting it off, making excuses why they was going to do it. As you all know, because I gave the press the information yesterday, we've been negotiating with James Martin for the county. This is county executive ably, not the county board. This is ably that's pretty much is controlling MCTS. All negotiation was dealing with the county. Like I said before, we did give y'all our proposal, their proposal last night that our membership voted down 92%. Also, or 93%, sorry. We also basically gave you last night to all the press out here that came from James Martin pretty much how they was negotiating, how they wanted the county to negotiate. They wanted a hardcore, they wanted a compromise, they wanted lenient. We basically told them that we had no problem with the lenient part of the contract, and we was willing to basically work on a part-time situation. It's nowhere in the world this union or anyone should expect us to bring close to 300 part-timers in with no benefits and not paying into the pension. What's going to happen if that ever happens, what's going to happen is the county people will have to be picking up the pension when our pension go bankrupt, and I don't think anyone would like that. I know they've been twisting the numbers about making it work out the way they want to work out. There's no facts to none of that. When they was going around saying drivers make $63,000, well, now we see why the county's in a hole, because our county executive can't add and subtract.
Can you James, let's talk about what you got on the table today from MCTS.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to read the statement, and I'll come back and tell you.
They say that they've upped the health care match to $1,000, that they've agreed to cap part-time workers. Why would you walk away when you actually gained some ground in negotiations?
It was no grounds. It was the same stuff that we voted last night to vote down, that they just twisted the numbers. It was no gain. We also thought we gave them a fair counter proposal, pretty much what they basically put on the table with their 3 parts of their negotiation: the hardcore, lenient, and compromise. We also put in their hardcore part in our insurance. We also used some of their compromise that they put in that letter to put in our proposals, and we also used the lenient. So when they sit there and tell us that they gave us a fair contract, they've been lying all through the process. And like I said, all you got to do is put that stuff out that I gave the press, but the problem is y'all won't put it out. You have it in your hands what they was willing to give us and can give us. But the problem is the press is not going to put it out there. It's not going to do us any good, because y'all taking the company side and not putting out the correct information.
James, they said that proposal was from back in March, that wasn't a recent proposal.
Well, let me say something. We need to state here what happened with the proposals back and forth. We gave them a proposal, they gave us one, and we told them right to their face. They said, if your proposal is so good, let's forget about this strike. Let's go to interest arbitration. Let's let an arbitrator, if your proposal is so great and it's all this stuff you're telling the press, let's keep working and go to arbitration, interest arbitration. And and we asked for that today. I'm gonna give you a letter that they said to us back when we requested it. Dear James, as you know, the deck is stacked against MCTS and interest arbitration. We would lose all control, local control over the contract. Instead, a third party would make our contract based on comparisons to out-of-the-state contracts that don't take into account our unique local circumstance, and particularly the looming deficit that we face. They knew they'd lose an arbitration, and that's why they came with this stuff, saying now they don't want to even go to arbitration. We could continue with work, we would have avoided a strike period, and they're telling us no, they don't want to go to interest arbitration.
You saw just now that people are mad. Are there any security that's going to be put into place for bus drivers tonight? I mean,
what
people
about
are
the hundreds
upset.
of people that are handicapped and handy?
What you got to do is you got ask the county. Ask the county. All you got to do is ask the county.
What about people who can't
If everybody, I'm not gonna get an argument with people. We
don't wanna
basically,
argue. We
we
want
actually have here saying that we refuse to go on strike. We did not have any attempts to go on strike. They decided they wanted to go on arbitration. They turned it down. Thank you.
everything. So what happens
The
to
work
them?
stoppage is going to be
3 o'clock.
Wednesday, Thursday,
Mr.
Friday,
Macon,
and
The
then
job stoppage will be when the last bus pulled in tonight. We're not going to inconvenience our passengers. So what everyone needs to do is ask the company why they want to go to arbitration. Thank you.
did you leave a better deal? Did you leave a better deal on the table today than your
No.
members voted down
No,
last night?
it was similar the same as last night. They just twisted the numbers.
MCTS is saying it's about money.
why the stoppage versus this indefinite strike?
And what's the difference?
We don't want to basically inconvenience our passengers, but we have to basically put it out there that we tried to meet with the county and try to work something out. The problem is right now you hear the public. The problem is y'all not putting the information out there that I gave y'all. Y'all know that.
It's not valid information anymore.
Why it's not valid information? It's still.
I was told it was from March.
That's from
that it
March.
wasn't
Okay.
a current offer.
This is over with. You know, what you need to do is put the information out. Anything that the company tells y'all listen to, I gave you what they gave us to prove that the county been involved. Have a good night. Thank you.